Twitch, salut YouTube. J'arrive pile à la fin de la musique. Alors. Si le jeu veut bien se lancer. En ce moment, j'ai Force Now, il a du mal. Hein. J'ai mis Twitch sur mon téléphone. Et c'est parti. Je ne me souviens plus du tout de ce qui s'est passé et où est-ce qu'on en était. Je sais qu'on a débloqué la deuxième zone, Whitechapel, mais après je sais plus du tout. Ok. Oh putain. Fatigue, rhume, migraine. Fatigue. 1, 2, 3 fatigues. Ok,
Seems to get uglier every year.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
Pourquoi est-ce que j'ai l'auto-guidage?
The Swallower cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
S'il te plaît.
Who distribute flowers at this hour of night?
Personne qui se prend dans tous les murs. Non mais qu'est-ce que j'ai fait moi? C'était pas une safe zone? Oh putain. Bon, on va quand même fouiller hein, mais... fatigue. Fatigue. Trop fatigue. Migraine. Tête. Faut 4. Voilà. Hop. On va laver up. Ok. 2000. 1300. 1300. Et ça va, oui. L'ulti, j'avais dit quoi déjà? Ok. J'aurais peut-être dû me reposer après. Mauvaise porte. Et j'ai oublié ces placards.
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
So,
I'm not bothered.
do you need any medical help?
Yes, I do.
You'll feel better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea.
Goodbye, young man.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
I should never have taken up my father's business.
Good evening, sir.
You're here for
I'm not here for a bounty.
a doctor in white.
Do you require assistance?
Not me, but
Since I took an...
Well, see...
Infecting you...
What? You give me...
It's unusual to see someone so happy around here, especially considering the current situation.
Why should I be sad now? There've always been wars, disease, tragedy. There always will be.
That's an unusual way of seeing things in these trying times.
I don't see why I should shed a tear for another man's woes. I'm healthy, and I intend to stay so.
What is your business, exactly?
I offer fair lodgings for a modest price to the poor and weary of Whitechapel.
I see. And what about those who cannot pay?
Well, deals can be done, if you know what I mean. Money's not the only currency. After all, I'm not immune to a pretty face.
In other words, you take advantage of these poor lost souls.
Begging your pardon, I thought you was a man who could appreciate the complexity of the mod.
What help could I possibly be to your business?
That's simple. I already get good money from all those fleeing the war. Can you imagine what they'd be willing to pay if I could offer medical assistance too?
Mr. Bates, do not make me regret saving your life in this quarantine zone.
I understand, Dr. Reed, you're from a good family. Don't want to get your hands dirty. That's fine. I'll be happy to act as your middleman.
I've no interest in money. Perhaps one night I will visit you and take what I require. If that should happen, there will be no need for a middleman.
So it's a no, then. That's too bad. The Reed tonic could have really helped people, you know, save lives. Isn't that what you do? I mean, people buy that Swambra shit.
Tell me, what's your honest opinion of the increasing violence in London?
People are just beginning to discover what we've always known. This city's rotten to the core. They just took their bloody time to wake up and notice it.
What do you mean?
People are acting like the violence is news. But it's always been savage down here. It just bubbles to the surface every now and again.
You seem to have recovered well since your attack. Do you ever think about what happened to you?
Not much. It was a fucking nightmare. Savages, absolute bloody savages. Their appearance. Jesus. Made me want to puke.
You'd better not come back here. I won't be around next time to save you. I want to know everything about the recent violence, Cadogan. And I want the truth.
Well, rep may be a bit high, and yeah, I've had to evict a few people. But that's business, isn't it?
I don't believe even you deserve such a cruel fate, though you have tested my patience beyond its limit.
Glad to hear. Nice to know there's another civilized individual in these parts. Not like those bloody savages.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane. She's a nurse. What can you tell me about her?
Dorothy Crane, bless her soul. I really should thank her someday.
Has she treated you?
No. When I need a checkup, I'd go to a bloody doctor, not some back alley clinic full of sick foreigners.
Tell me truthfully, why are you so thankful?
By keeping my tenants alive, she's making me a rich man. Every month they live, it's more coin in my pocket.
Goodbye, Mr. Bates. cannot enter.
Its effectiveness has been whispered by many.
This is despicable. Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Miss?
Do you need any assistance, Miss Pop?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
Ok, ouais.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good
Goodbye.
I don't know what. Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Do you need assistance?
That would be nice.
If you persist in
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye, Miss.
Please, I don't have your money.
C'est chiant qu'il n'y a pas un bouton pour tout recycler d'un coup. Oula, 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 oula. Fatigue, fatigue. 3, 4, 5. Ça va aller, oui.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in.
I need help!
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Raz Van Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Don't question me, nurse. I need a drain. Now.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor!
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along? We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
It's locked.
To what do I owe this courtesy?
It's locked.
I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
Alors, distribuer gratuitement des médicaments pour les plus démunis. Était une résistante cholestystine dans son pays d'origine. Une sœur qui est retournée en Roumanie.
Your heart might be in the right place, but you can't carry on with this. Blackmail. For God's sake, Dorothy, it's extortion. It's a serious crime.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty, nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Alors. Soit je la tue, soit je la charme pour qu'elle oublie, soit je ferme les yeux. En vrai, je pense que je vais l'épargner. C'est le mieux à faire, je pense.
No. Your place is here. Jailing you would be an even greater crime. So, here is my proposition. I'll look the other way on your little enterprise. In exchange, you will resign from the Pembroke Hospital and provide me with medical supplies when the need arises.
Dr. Reed! That sounds like a business proposition. My accomplice, then?
No, just a privileged client. My research may require the occasional rare piece of equipment or ingredient. I'll pay good coin in exchange, fair and honest, to help finance your noble endeavors.
We have ourselves a deal, Doctor. Good customers are always welcome.
Yes, Nurse Crane. We have a deal.
Steady, boys! We've got one over here! Pay for that! Filthy piece of shit! Burn it! Kill you! Put an end to you!
Voilà.
A lot of people are talking about this Colossus. Perhaps I should look into it.
C'est vrai que dans le jeu, je peux pas me TP. Oh, fait chier. Ils auraient pu mettre des points de TP entre les refuges quand même.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Kill it, boy! Burn it, boy!
comme c'est malade. Vraiment. Migraine, putain.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical...
I'm afraid I've contracted...
Not under my watch.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, nurse. Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Soldier,
Not really.
as long as you remain...
Don't think you can do much.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
The pain. It's there again. I'm quite...
Do you need my assistance?
Don't be ridiculous.
Then you are lucky that I have taken the time to do so. Consider it a gesture of solid...
I wish this hospital could have received...
Thank you for your time. Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Is there anything...
Really?
Unfortunately, you are not the...
Well,
Goodbye for now, Mr.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require medical...
Do you know you're the only one who's...
Despite what you think...
Well, at least your reputation seems well deserved.
Goodbye, Mrs.
Good evening, Doc. Do you need medical? Well, the proximity of the dead is not...
Don't take too many...
And that is a good thing.
Please show me what...
Of course.
Ces deux-là. S'il y en a un que je peux soigner.
Good evening.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying...
Do you need any medical...
I'm afraid I do.
Our job brings us into...
That's easy for you to say.
Do you know that Nurse Hawkins is thinking of leaving the hospital?
That's not a surprise. We've talked about it already.
Does it not bother you?
Sometimes I think she may be right. We should run away while we can.
I'd like...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require medical assistance?
I will be fine.
Nurse.
I'll try, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye. Hello again, Mr. Blight.
I'm eternally grateful, Doctor.
D'accord.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one.
You are always well.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to...
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision.
Could you speak to him?
What can you...
War was...
Did you know?
No.
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first...
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
It started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips. I couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
Do you need...
Afraid so.
Throughout history...
You're working at the Pembroke Hospital.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight.
Je suis sûr qu'il va se passer un truc. Non, même pas. Bon, ils sont tous en mode récupération. crois que j'ai des quêtes secondaires, il me semble. Ok, c'est ici. C'est là-bas. Et ça c'est là. Bon, bah, ça va attendre un peu.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
You killed him. He trusted you. And you killed him.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
So in the end, the accusation was true, wasn't it?
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
I must confess I have not put an end to the blackmail, my lady. Unfortunately, I could not bring myself to do it.
I'm so disappointed in you, Jonathan. I didn't expect this from you.
Lady Ashbury, you yourself admitted how ridiculous the sum of money was. I can assure you, it was all used for charitable ends.
Well, you are full of surprises, aren't you, Jonathan? All right, say I trust you, but you will still pay the ransom. That is only fair. After all, it was you who failed to bring this problem to a satisfactory conclusion.
I believe I could agree to that.
And since a lady always keeps her promises, I will now answer any questions you may have.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London Vampire Society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Scowls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
What type of vampire is a Scowl?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain, more than likely it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society, and like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seems they have been recruiting.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Excuse my forwardness, but are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution. and I'm no fool.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires, but all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
I bid you farewell, for now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scowls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it. Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here, but it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
I admit it did occur to me. Blood seems to be the common factor in all of this.
I totally agree. We're in uncharted territory here. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but imagine the possibilities.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
Normal, c'est un peu nous qui l'avons tué au début du jeu. J'allais faire la quête secondaire avant de faire la quête principale. Ah, c'est Dr. Swansea, oh putain.
I need to talk to you, Edgar.
Please do so.
Do you know anything about...
Without a doubt, it's the Guard of Privet.
They're definitely well...
They're extremely dangerous, and not to be
Where do they come from?
Once they shared the Brotherhood's ideology on non-intervention.
So you manage a...
Yes. Pembroke was founded by Lady Ashbury.
A convenient yet
All vampires drink blood by nature.
If I may
Well, Jonathan, she sought me out. And off...
Nurse Crane will not be returning to Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, really? Did something happen? She seems such a very capable...
Perhaps too capable. Nurse Crane also ran an illicit dispensary in Whitechapel. I had to ask for her resignation.
I see. Well, we'll just have to manage...
We'll talk later. I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
Tu découvriras ce qui s'est passé, mais oui, bien sûr. Tu l'as juste tué en début de partie. Je ne fais que passer. niveau 12, mais là-bas c'est quoi? 12 et 14. Tiens, prenez ça. Voilà, j'ai l'écharpe. Ok. J'ai failli oublier les pièces.
I have this thirst for blood.
vraiment quand je vois les fights là. Esquiver.
Hello, sir. Sorry to disturb you at this hour. I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say?
Regarde-le. Oh putain.
All right.
Quoique, attends. Je vais lui donner et je vais sauvegarder. Salut! Oh merde. C'est parti. Quoi? Comment ça, il y en a d'autres? Ouais, là. Oh putain. Génial. Oh bah ça m'arrange. Même si j'ai perdu un peu d'XP.
I cannot enter.
Putain.
Good evening, Christina.
Shake.
Could this be the scarf you lost Miss Popper.
It is much more than a scarf to me. It is the only thing that connects me to my family and my country. Thank you so much.
Oh putain. Oh merde.
What do you know about Nurse Crane and her...
That woman is a saint. She's living proof that a strong will is sometimes all you need to make a difference.
Goodbye, miss.
Je pense que je vais m'arrêter là parce que... Merde, ça commence à me saouler. D'accord. Migraine, fatigue, fatigue, fatigue. Ok. Bon, du coup, un petit live d'1 heure et demie, c'est pas mal pour fin de week-end. Lundi, on fera du Dreamlight Valley. On va essayer d'avancer au maximum dessus. Si au bout d'1 heure, bah, ça me fait chier, je sais pas, j'irai sur Cult of Lamp ou un autre jeu du même type. Genre un peu chill. Du coup... Désolé, c'est mon médoc qui me met KO. Du coup, on se retrouve lundi pour un nouveau live.